Zone 3.
Mr. Buffett, Greg Ulrich from Washington, D.C. In the last year, United Airlines and Northwest have resolved some of their financial problems by moving ownership over to the employees. With U.S. Air's current problems, what do you see as occurring with U.S. Air, and do you see any movement toward employee ownership, and how will that affect Berkshire's interest in the company?
Well, U.S. Air has a cost structure which is non-viable in today's airline business. Now, that in an important way involves its labor costs, but it involves other things too. But it certainly involves its labor costs, and they've stated this publicly, and I think, and they are talking with their unions about it, and they're talking with other people about other parts of their cost structure. And I think you'll just see what unfolds in the next relatively few months, because there isn't any question that the cost structure is out of line. I think the cost structure could be brought into line, but whether it will be brought into line or not is another question. And looking backwards, the answer is not to get into businesses that need to solve problems like that. But that was a mistake I made, and I think in Seth Schofield, you've got a manager who understands that business extremely well, who probably is as, in my view anyway, is as well regarded and trusted by people who are going to have to make changes as anyone could be in that position. But that may not be enough. I mean, there's enormous tensions when you need to take hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars out of the cost structure of any business, and when you need cooperative action by various groups, each one of which feels that maybe they're having to give a little more than some other group, and understandably feels that way. That is an enormously tough negotiating job. I think Seth is as well equipped for that as anyone, but I would not want to, I cannot predict the outcome. Charlie?
Well, if I were a union leader, I would give Seth whatever he wants, because he's not the kind of a fellow who would ask for more than he needs. And it's perfectly obvious that's the correct decision on the labor side, but whether the obvious will be done or not is in the lap of the gods.
That's a lot of people with a lot of different motivations, and those are really tough questions. I mean, Charlie and I have been involved with that sort of thing a few times, and frequently it works out, but it's not preordained.